What's going on, guys? I know it's been a while. It's been over a year I've uploaded any videos, but I was actually installing an oil cooler, a thermostatic oil cooler on my 350Z that you guys probably didn't know I had. Yeah, I purchased an '06 350Z for a very, very good price and decided to make it my drift car. So now I'm doing a couple of upgrades. I actually did steering angle, it's a GK Tech bolt-on kit. I did a hydro from Chase Bays. I actually did my handle on it, which I'll probably show you guys later on some other time. And what else have I done? Suspension, I've done coilovers on it, and all the arms in the rear, traction bars, all that stuff in the rear, and everything. I think everything is GK Tech if I'm not mistaken. But I was actually letting the oil drain, and I wanted to show you guys how I routed my lines. I did it a little bit different because I am kind of picky, and the way you normally route, or actually the way you normally install the oil cooler, the M from the Mishimoto is actually upside down, and that's the way the bracket is cut. Also, it has the two holes in the bottom, so the fittings would actually poke through, but I decided I want to do it the right way, or face it the right side up, and so I had to route the lines a little bit different. And one of the main reasons is because I do have angle on the car. The lines would probably hit the way you normally route them, because the lines are kind of long. So I routed them a little bit different. I just wanted to show you guys. I know it's been a long time. This is going to be a really short video, to be honest. So I'm going to go ahead and turn you guys around. Actually, I wanted to show you guys a trick. A lot of people might not know this trick with the little zip ties to try to separate the lines, but I'm going to show you guys this also. Alright, and so to start off, like I said, there's the Mishimoto Oil Cooler. I did use the brackets that was provided in the kit. The only difference is, instead of doing a bolt and a nut in the back side, I went ahead and actually did a riv nut. Went ahead and drilled behind the bracket, installed the riv nut on each hole, and just went ahead and bolted it. That way, if I have to take it back apart again, I don't have to go behind the radiator or be behind the radiator support to hold the nut or anything like that. The only bad thing is it is either, I think it is fiberglass, kind of like a fiberglass, or plastic, kind of sort of looks like fiberglass to me. So I hope it doesn't rip off. I don't think it will. And if it does, I'll just fabricate a bracket. But either way, like I said, I wanted it to face right side up. So there it is. And to show you guys the routing of the lines, so I went across behind this little bracket right here. Can't remember what that bracket does, to be honest. Went ahead, went over. So the normal routing is actually underneath. This bracket has holes under it, as you can see right there. Those are the original holes, and that's where these fittings go through, right there. So original routing is underneath and go back towards the oil cooler plate, the sandwich plate, which this one is thermostatic. But like I said, I didn't want to do it that route. Two reasons: the tire was gonna hit the lines, and I really don't like anything running low underneath the radiator support at all, because I mean, it is a drift car, and it's something I'm learning with, a vehicle I'm learning with. So what is it? It's very probable that I'll run off the road like I have before. I mean, if you see the car underneath, it's super dirty because well, last event it was raining, plus kept on going off the road, off track. But anyways, routed on the top in between the radiator support, I guess. Well, yeah, that's part of radiator support. over the bumper bracket all the way to the bottom between the washer reservoir and the radiator support, and went back to the sandwich plate to the fittings. Now the fittings are not facing straight to the passenger side. They are angled a little bit towards the front, because once you route it to the top this way, they're like perfect fit. They're not too long or too short. They're kind of they're on there snug, so you have just enough space. Okay, so everything's on there, filters on there, the oil's still draining. As you can see, this thing is filthy, but everything's tight, all the fittings are tight. And the trick I want to show you guys is with the zip ties. As you can see here, it's nicely separated. Everything's nicely separated. So pretty much all you do is you put this zip tie first around both lines, and then put this zip tie in between, or in between the lines around the zip tie. And then you kind of get this one a little snug. Don't tighten it up, because you're going to tighten the middle one. Once you tighten the middle one, then go ahead and snug both of them, and you have a perfect separation, about a 1/8 of an inch separation between the lines. And it'll keep it together. It'll keep it together, as far as, you know, not one separated from the other or nothing like that. It's, you know, perfect spacing between the lines all the way. So that's the trick. It makes it cleaner. This one, I couldn't actually, like I said, it's kind of tight, so I couldn't fit a zip tie in between, but I just wanted to hold it there, so I put it zip tie just around it. But yeah, separation all the way back. Keep it clean, keep it nice, and out of the way of everything. So yeah, like I said, it's a quick video, just to show you guys the way I routed everything. The way I mounted the oil cooler is definitely not the way Mishimoto instructs you to do it, but I like to do things differently, a lot cleaner, I think. A lot more tidier. I mean, I guess, because if you watch every single video out there, they route it through the bottom and the lines are dangling. They're either too long. This is the only bad thing about not being able to make your own lines. If you can make your own lines, you can make them shorter, and you can route it down if you wanted to, but I didn't want to go that route. Like I said, I wanted the M to face the right way, which honestly I could have just painted over, or it doesn't really matter. It's just an oil cooler. But I'm kind of picky like that. And like I said, I know I'm going to probably be going off-road, again, off track. So this is one thing I don't want to fail, is on those lines. If I get them scratched up or pinched or something like that, I have a more of a tendency to probably blow out the motor. I didn't want that to happen. But yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm not really going to show you guys around. I'm just going to upload this video real quick, and that way I have something on the channel. I know it's been probably like a year or two since I've even uploaded anything. I think that's it, guys. I know it's been a long time, so I'm kind of out of the rhythm, out of the kind of whatever. It's already taking too long. So I'll check you guys later. There's nothing else I need to talk about. So as always, God bless.